This is you. You're right on all things political, but it's not enough to be right these days because you're outnumbered by liberals who believe you're evil or dumb simply because you happen to disagree with them. Bring up an unspeakable truth, and you may very well be labeled as rude, mean-spirited, or bigoted. Why is this? Well, because liberals own the media, Hollywood, and especially academia. Liberals have infested academia like termites, where bad ideas are disseminated to young minds lining up to feel smart. And nothing makes young kids feel smarter than telling older, more experienced adults that they're not just wrong, but evil. This includes veterans, businessmen, law enforcement, or anyone else who still might believe in American greatness. Unfortunately, being right offers no protection in a world where emotions run logic and feelings trump fact. Whether it's about poverty, immigration, gun control, the war on terror, the truth is never safe in the face of compassionate outrage. That's where Greg Gutfeld's How to Be Right, the Art of Being Persuasively Correct, can help. According to Gutfeld, here are a few tips on what you can do to be on the right side of an argument. First, be prepared. Every battle requires preparation. Common sense says it's not smart to show up to a gunfight with a water balloon. You'll need to do your homework. If you're not interested in arming yourself for war, then you're just like the people you're opposing, lazy. Second, find the right language. Liberals are great at co-opting language. Terror is workplace violence. Violent street riots are fiery but mostly peaceful protests. Illegal is undocumented. And abortion isn't the active elimination of a future life, but a choice. Barack Obama was expert at using language effectively. Hope and change equals punishment for the past. We can do better as a nation. Be more like me. It's the right thing to do. I have no evidence, so take my word for it. Fair share. We took your money. Everyone gets a fair shot. We took even more of your money. Conservatives must learn to frame the debate with the right language if they're ever going to win. Third, control your emotions. Power isn't yelling. It's having facts and being able to state them logically. And that's what this is really about. Power. Quiet confidence trumps bluster so effortlessly that the loudest voices in the room feel it the most. Remember that every time you yell, you look like a schmuck. Fourth, outcompassion them. How do you win an argument against someone who thinks you're greedy, selfish, wrong, racist, and evil? More compassion. Remember that the left's primary argument is that you don't care, but you do. So explain this to them in a way they can understand. If your leftist friend brings up clean energy, tell him you're against the ongoing windmill bird holocaust, which has killed millions of birds. On the issue of gun control, explain to your liberal friend that the compassionate thing to do is arm citizens, especially women, with guns, so that they can defend themselves. If he brings up coal, tell him you'd be against banning it, but that you fear your white privilege may be making you hate something only because it's black. And finally, embrace your inner skeptic. Skepticism must be your guide, or else you'll get lost and bounce through life like a pinball, flipped from one hysteria to the next. And accept that almost everything you're being told by the mainstream media is total nonsense. For example, if the mainstream media seems overly interested in an idea, just assume, whether it concerns a climate change model, gun control, or a pop culture celebrity's ass, that it's all just hype and no fact. Be skeptical of any pundit of any kind who seems strident or humorless in the zeal for their cause. This mostly happens with cults, truthers, and in college classes. Always be on the lookout for sweeping language. When a person throws around words like unanimous or overwhelming, it clues you in that they don't want you to press too hard for the facts. If we're going to survive and win, it's up to conservatives to do better. For more tips on fighting the good fight, I highly recommend Greg Gutfeld's How to Be Right, the Art of Being Persuasively Correct. Available at Amazon.com and other fine bookstores. Now with jokes. Like this video, help us right now with YouTube's search engine rankings by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Also, go to truthseekvids.com to see our videos or make a donation.